Hi everyone, this is Julie Barkus, and I wanted to come to you today with a brief video to introduce you to my childcare business success model. And we've been helping childcare owners and directors for over 17 years create their positive, productive, and profitable childcare programs, and we've always referenced this model, and now I want to bring it out there in a bigger way in hopes that it can really help you. And we'll be talking about this in great deal at our Childcare Business Success Conference as well that's coming up. But this is something that we have implemented to help childcare programs fill enrollments in record time, motivate their staff, and boost their profits. And there's a whole mindset shift when we look at this model. But before I get too much into it, I also wanted to let you know that when we work with our clients, we don't have this step-by-step cookie cutter system, so to speak. But I do utilize this model as a foundation for evaluating a childcare business to see where they need to make change happen. So I wanted to come to you and explain this model to you a little bit in case you'll find it helpful and a good starting place for you when you look at the transformation that you want to experience in your childcare business. So now if you don't want to attract and retain dreamy staff and clients, and you don't want to boost your profits, and you don't want to fill enrollments in record time, and you don't want to have a waiting list, this is a model that you probably should not be looking at or care about. But if you do, I really wanted to take a couple of moments to introduce you to it, and then in future videos, I will expand upon it. So when I look at this business model, these rings you could think about as interrelated, interdependent rings. So one ring is dependent upon the previous one before it. So if you were to move the center ring, all of the other rings collapse. And if you had the center ring, but let's say this ring was missing the mindset piece and we pulled that out, everything would become weaker and there would be more pressure put upon the vision. So this model really works from the inside outward, meaning we have to have a big, bold, dreamy vision in place, one that we're living in. A lot of our clients say they have a vision. It's written down on a piece of paper, or it's taped to a wall or thumb-tacked to the wall, but really they're not living in the vision. The vision needs to be expanding every single day. It needs to be growing. It needs to be fed. It needs to be fueled. Otherwise, it's being depleted. And you heard the saying, I'm sure, but where there is no vision, your people will perish. And not only will your people perish, but your business, your childcare program will also perish. So vision is a really common starting place for the work that we do. And we'll be talking about this in great deal at our upcoming Childcare Business Success Conference. But the vision piece is something you've really got to bring to life in this big, amazing way. And there's a huge difference between having the vision and living in the vision. When you live in the vision, you feel it every single day. It's growing. The energy is expanding. But in most childcare programs, this is a huge missing piece. The next part of my childcare business success model is mindset. You have to have the right mindset to support the vision. And mindset is really the thoughts that you think about what is or what is impossible. And most of us look at the impossibilities of a situation as opposed to a possibility mindset that says, hey, you know what? Even though we can't see it with our eyes, we know that this thing that I want to have happen can come into fruition. So our vision needs to be supported by the right mindset. And then our mindset needs to be supported by our people, the people who we take on board as clients, the people who we mastermind with, and our staff. And if those pieces are missing, our mindset will tend to crumble because we become like the environment that we're in most of the time. And this is actually why most of our visions do crumble, is because the people around us are telling us it's not possible, or we feel like we have to bend this way or bend that way in order to appease them. So our people really have to do with the staff motivation part of the equation. They have to do with attracting the right clientele to you. And most importantly, recognizing who those people are so that when you see them, you know indeed they're going to contribute to your big, bold, dreamy vision coming into fruition. The next thing we have to look at beyond our people are our processes. Our processes support our people, which support our mindset, which supports our vision. Our processes are, it could be as simple as documentation of how we do everything in our childcare program needs to be documented, written out step by step so that people can follow them. The processes can get a little bit more complex than that, and in future videos, I will go into that a little bit. But then we have to look at our program. What are the elements that make up our program? And then once we have all of these pieces in place, we can get to achieving bigger profits. And when we also think about processes, this is where I think about motivation, marketing. This is where I think about hiring processes, hiring right from the start. So there's all different kinds of things that go into this process component. Processes is something that can be automated typically. Process is something that anybody can do. But the thing that nobody else can do that we love to help our owners out there do is to bring this big, bold, dreamy vision to life and get you in the right mindset to support your vision, and then to make sure you've got the right people on board to support your mindset and to fuel your vision. I'm Julie Bartkus. If you like this video, I would love to read your comments below or like the video, and that will encourage me to do more for you. And if you're resonating with what I'm sharing with you or intrigued by this, I encourage you to visit www.rockmychildcare.com, like rock my baby, but it's rock my childcare, and come and join us for our 3rd annual Childcare Business Success Conference. And I promise you, you're going to come in feeling one way, and you're going to leave the 3 days that we're going to have together feeling an entirely different way. You're going to be ready to really set your childcare business on fire. So think about this model and think about some of the starting points for you in terms of vision, mindset, and people. A lot of times we look at it the other way, where we're thinking about profits, pouring those profits into our program, and then thinking about processes and do we have the right people on the board and what's going on with my mindset. And the piece that is the most important, the piece that will turn everything around for you, is the vision, and that is the piece that usually gets forgotten about. I'm Julie Bartkus, and I'm here to help you really live in your big, bold, dreamy vision. I'm the founder of Childcare Business Success, as well as the founder of Childcare Program of Excellence, and I'll see you soon on future videos. I look forward to your comments.